Mr. Quigley, anything that you'd like to add?
Beyond that, no, we can move on to the levy resolution, which you had a very good description explaining.
I tried.
Yeah, but I think we covered that quite well last week as well as this week in the discussions of the application for grants. Ms. Hughes, do you have any comments?
Okay. Would you like to move that, or would you like?
I will.
Okay.
I would like to make a motion for the adoption of the following resolution. Whereas the amount of taxes which can be raised for the 10 mil limitation will be insufficient to provide an adequate amount of necessary requirements of said Orange Township, Delaware County, Ohio. Therefore, be it resolved by the Board of Township Trustees of the Orange Township, Delaware County, Ohio, 2/3 of all members elected thereto current, that it is necessary to levy a tax in excess of the 10 mil limitation for the benefit of Orange Township for the purpose of parks and recreational purposes as provided in section 5705.19 of the revised code, at a rate not exceeding 1.5 mils for each $1 valuation.
I'm sorry to interrupt you, but the 570519H is actually
H. I apologize. I missed it.
Sorry. Sorry.
That's okay. For each $100 evaluation for 3 years, commencing with the current 2010 tax year, first due calendar year 2011, a renewal of an existing tax of 1.5 mils. Resolved that the question of levying additional taxes be submitted to the electors of said Orange Township, Delaware County, Ohio, at the primary election be held at the usual voting places within said Orange Township, Delaware County, Ohio, the 4th day of May 2010. And be it further resolved that said levy be placed upon the tax list of the current year after the February settlement next succeeding the election, if a majority of the electors voting thereon vote in favor thereof. And be it further resolved that the Township Fiscal Officer of this Board of Township Trustees of Orange Township be and he is hereby directed to certify a copy of the resolution to the Board of Elections, Delaware County, Ohio, 75 days prior to the election upon which it will be voted, and notify said Board of Elections to cause notice of election on the question of levying said tax to be given as required by law.
Second.
Mr. Quigley?
Yes.
Mr. Katz?
Yes.
Cassidy?
Yes.
All right. Very good. It was. Okay. That brings us to our public safety report. By the way, thank you, Ms. Yu. Okay, good night. Okay. Chief Stewart,
Yes, sir.
the floor is yours.
The floor is ours.
Okay.
We have the items on the public safety report. If there's any questions, I'll be glad to answer them.
Gentlemen, now would be the time to speak up. Okay. With that, I suppose I shall begin making motions. No questions on any of the then and now or POs, correct? All right. I move that we authorize issuance of a then and now purchase order to Affordable Choice Electric in the amount of $1,333 for additional work to upgrade Station 361's house generator.
Second. Mr. Katz?
Yes.
Mr. Cassidy? Yes. Mr. Quigley?
Yes.
I move that we authorize issuance of a then and now purchase order to MSAR Equipment in the amount of $763.82 for maintenance on EMS cots at both stations.
Second. Mr. Katz?
Yes.
Mr. Cassidy?
Yes.
Mr. Quigley?
Yes.
Just wanted to make mention that that was for 4 cots.
Correct.
Yes. I move that we authorize issuance of a purchase order to FDIC in the amount of $1,800 for annual training to take place April 19th through 24th, 2010.
Second. Mr. Katz?
Yes.
Mr. Cassidy? Yes. Mr. Quigley?
Yes.
I move that we authorize issuance of a purchase order to Delaware County Bank in the amount of $1,800 for hotel accommodations for FDIC training.
Second. Mr. Katz?
Yes.
Mr. Cassidy?
Yes.
Mr. Quigley?
That's 1,700, if I'm not
I think
mistaken.
originally this is not to exceed
Hold on, let me check. Hold on.
The conference itself, registration fees was $1,800. The Delaware County basis for hotel accommodations for 2 people for $1,700. Exceeding $1,700.
All right. In that case, I rescind the prior resolution. I move to rescind the prior resolution.
Second.
Mr. Katz? Yes. Mr. Cassidy?
Yes.
Mr. Quigley?
Yes.
I move that we authorize issuance of a purchase order to Delaware County Bank in the amount of $1,700 for hotel accommodations for FDIC training.
Second.
Mr. Katz?
Yes.
Mr. Cassidy?
Yes.
Mr. Quigley?
Yes.
Thank you, Jim. I move that we authorize issuance of a purchase order to Bowling Green State University in the amount of $1,000 for sending 1 individual for training.
Second.
Mr. Cassidy? Excuse me, Mr. Katz?
Yes.
Mr. Cassidy?
Yes.
Mr. Quigley?
Yes.
I move that we authorize issuance of a purchase order to HAL Rescue in the amount of $1,200 for sending 2 individuals to a spring crash course.
Second.
Mr. Katz?
Yes.
Mr. Cassidy?
Yes.
Mr. Quigley?
Yes.
I move that we authorize issuance of a purchase order to Delaware County Bank in the amount of $891 for National Fire Sprinkler Class 4 inspectors.
Second.
Mr. Katz?
Yes.
Mr. Cassidy? Yes. Mr. Quigley?
Yes.
I move that we authorize issuance of a purchase order to Radico Inc. in the amount of $5,635 to replace 4 floor drains at Station 361.
Second.
Mr. Katz?
Yes.
Mr. Cassidy? Yes. Mr. Quigley?
Yes.
And this is an accompanying PO, and that's why it's on here, even though it's under the threshold. I move that we authorize issuance of a purchase